The major news out of Washington today, and now the historic choice to come. President Biden and Justice Stephen Breyer making it official today, walking into the Roosevelt Room at the White House with the nation watching. President Biden formally announcing the retirement of Supreme Court Justice Stephen Breyer and vowing to make an historic choice to replace him, saying he will keep his campaign promise, nominating the first black woman to the high court. He said Americans will know his pick by the end of February. The president praising Justice Breyer as a man who, quote, sought common ground and built consensus, even in a time of great division in this country. Justice Breyer talking about those deep divisions and speaking of his optimism for this country and remembering what his mother always told him. We'll play that for you here tonight. He said those words from his mother described what he calls the miracle of America. He brought his own copy of the Constitution today and said that the future generations will decide whether this grand experiment in America will survive, saying he's quite sure it will. And tonight here, the short list already coming into view. The president saying that making this historic choice, this selection of a black woman to serve on the court, is long overdue. Here's our senior White House correspondent, Mary Bruce.
President Biden today walking into the Roosevelt Room with retiring Supreme Court Justice Stephen Breyer for an historic announcement, his first chance to nominate someone to the court. But first, the president celebrating Breyer for his nearly 28 years on the bench.
He has patiently sought common ground and built consensus, seeking to bring the court together. I think he's a model public servant in a time of great division in this country.
The liberal-leaning justice known for his respect for his fellow justices regardless of their viewpoints. Breyer has always maintained the court is not a place for politics. Today, sharing wise words from his mother.
As you well know, this is a complicated country. There are more than 330 million people, and my mother used to say it's every race, it's every religion, and she would emphasize this, and it's every point of view possible. It's a kind of miracle. When you sit there and see all those people in front of you, people that are so different in what they think, and yet they've decided to help solve their major differences under law.
The president now promising his nominee will uphold Breyer's legacy, and he's vowing to fulfill his campaign pledge to nominate the first black woman to the Supreme Court.
Person I will nominate will be someone with extraordinary qualifications, character, experience, and integrity. And that person will be the first black woman ever nominated to the United States Supreme Court. It's long overdue in my view. I made that commitment during the campaign for president, and I will keep that commitment.
The president announcing he'll make his decision known before the end of February. Biden not releasing any names so far, but tonight the frontrunner is believed to be Judge Ketanji Brown Jackson, a graduate of Harvard and a former law clerk for Breyer. Here he is swearing Jackson into the district court in 2013. Jackson has also already gone through the Senate confirmation process, earning the support of 3 Republican senators when she was appointed to the D.C. Circuit Court of Appeals.
It is the beauty and the majesty of this country that someone who comes from a background like mine could find herself in this position.
Also thought to be on the short list, Judge Leandra Kruger of the California Supreme Court, a graduate of Harvard and Yale. She's argued 12 cases before the court. And Judge Leslie Abrams Gardner from the U.S. District Court of Georgia, a graduate of Brown and Yale and sister to Stacey Abrams. And Judge J. Michelle Childs of the U.S. District Court of South Carolina, a graduate of the University of South Carolina Law. She has the backing of Biden's close ally, Congressman Jim Clyburn. Speaking to a divided country that is being tested in so many ways, the justice with a parting message about the future of democracy.
It's an experiment that's still going on. And I'll tell you something. You know who will see whether that experiment works? It's you, my friend. It's that next generation. And the one after that, my grandchildren and their children. They'll determine whether the experiment still works. And of course, I am an optimist, and I'm pretty sure it will.
And so let's bring in Mary Bruce tonight at the White House. Mary, we have a copy of the letter Justice Breyer sent to the president today, writing, I enormously appreciate the privilege of serving nearly 28 years as a member of the Supreme Court. I found the work meaningful, what he said there. He called it a great honor to participate as a judge in the effort to maintain our Constitution and the rule of law. He was very optimistic today, remarkably so, given the deep divisions in this country. He also stayed away from what's next for the court, obviously, this decision coming from the president. So tell us what you've learned tonight. Take us through what's expected here.
Well, David, the White House says this will be a rigorous process, and we're told the president has already started reviewing potential nominees and that he's going to be looking at a broad array of qualified candidates. Biden also says the vice president will be playing a critical role here. Now, the White House has not put out any short list yet, but the president's saying he will announce his pick by the end of next month. David.
All right, Mary Bruce on the major and historic day from Washington. Mary, thank you. One more question on this tonight before we move on. Let's bring in Rachel Scott. She's live on the Hill. And Rachel, you always serve as a reality check for us and the folks at home. How many votes does the president need to get his nominee confirmed? Remind us of that. And is there any chance he will get some Republican support? And of course, can he count on every single Democrat?
51 votes, David, a simple majority, and Democrats do not need any Republican support to confirm President Biden's Supreme Court nominees, but they do need to keep their own party united. They need the support of every single Democratic senator. Now, Democrats certainly have their policy disagreements, but they have managed to stay united on President Biden's judicial nominees. The president says he plans to reach out to both Democrats and Republicans. It's a sign he wants bipartisan support, and tonight, Senate Minority Leader Mitch McConnell says he will give President Biden's pick, quote, a fair look. David?
Rachel Scott, live on the Hill again tonight. Thanks as always, Rachel.
Hi, everyone. George Stephanopoulos here. Thanks for checking out the ABC News YouTube channel. If you'd like to get more videos, show highlights, and watch live event coverage, click on the right over here to subscribe to our channel. And don't forget to download the ABC News app for breaking news alerts. Thanks for watching.